Good afternoon, sir. I am Giselle Pacante and I'm going to report the Section 51 and Section 53. So, Section 51. Section 51, confinement of convicted children in agricultural camps and other training facilities. A child in conflict with the law may, after conviction and upon order of the court, be made to serve their sentence, confinement in a regular penal institution, in an agricultural camp and other training facilities that will be established, maintained, supervised, and controlled by the Bureau or Bureau of Correction in coordination with the DSWD. So this section emphasizes the importance of rehabilitation, the integration of the young offenders. It aims to provide a more humane and restorative approach for the children who have committed crimes. Agricultural camps, uh, agricultural camps and other training facilities provides a skills and knowledge for the children or CICLs that can help them reintegrate into the society. Section 52 will be reported by Leno.
So, the continuation for the report of country. So, Section 52, rehabilitation of children in conflict with the law. Children in conflict with the law whose sentences are suspended upon order of the court undergo any or application of disposition measures resulting to the rehabilitation and welfare of the child as provided in the Supreme Court rule in all juvenile and conflict with the law. So, the first paragraph established the legal framework for rehabilitation, stating that children whose sentences are suspended may undergo various disposition measures as outlined in the Supreme Court rule on juvenile and conflict with the law. So, example, example, Mr. A committed a crime like nangawa siya bike, imbis na siya kay minor lang, imbis na siya kay impose sa prisuan kay tagal siya community-based program like and services, community welfare package na commit ang juvenile offender of mga crime. So, paragraph 2, if the community-based rehabilitation is availed of by a child in conflict with the law, he or she shall be released to parents, guardians, relatives, or any other responsible person in the community under the supervision and guidance of the local social welfare and development officer and in coordination with his or her parents, guardians. The child in conflict with the law shall participate in the community-based program which shall include but not limited to. So, if ang children in conflict with the law kay maka-appeal na of like community-based program, dapat na-guide sila like ilang parents, guardian, or basta mga relatives niya na mag-guide sa iya community-based program. So, mga niya ang mga community-based program, community and life skills development, cultural and recreational activities, community volunteer projects, leadership training, social services, home life services, and health services. So, wala na akong sulat kahit. So, in accordance with the family of the child in conflict with the child in the court to actively participate in the community-based rehabilitation. So, dapat ang family sa child in conflict with the kay mo child actively participate siya para ma-realize mo sa mga child in conflict with the wala sila kitapit sa mga parents. So, based on the progress of the youth in the community, a final report will be forwarded by the local social welfare and development officer to the court for final decision of the hand. So while ang child in conflict with the law kay nag-sentence sa community-based program, napoy nag-observe niya kanang na court kanang mga member sa court na nag-observe niya siya ba kay nagkatuman sa tarong kaya rehabilitation.
Proceed to Section 53. A Youth Rehabilitation Center. The Youth Rehabilitation Center shall provide 24 hours group care, treatment, and rehabilitation services under the guidance of a trained staff where residents are cared for, under a structured therapeutic environment with the end view of integrating them and their families and communities as socially functioning individuals. A quarterly report shall be submitted by the center to the proper court on the progress of the youth in the center. A final report will be forwarded to the court for the final disposition of the case. The DSWD shall establish youth rehabilitation centers in each region of the country. So this section emphasizes the importance of rehabilitation and reintegration of the young offenders into the society. It providing this section providing them with appropriate care and support in a structured individual environment rather, with oversight from the judicial system to track their progress for integrating them to the families or the societies as a socially functioning individual.
Good afternoon, sir. My topic is about the Section 24, objectives of community-based programs. The objectives of community-based programs are as follows. There are four. First is to prevent disruption in the education or means of livelihood of the child in conflict with the law in case he or she is studying, working, or attending vocational learning institutions. This is stated that when a child is in the rehabilitation program, then he able to enroll in outside. He give the chance to finish his work in outside by the help of community-based program in order to supervise him. Next is to prevent separation of the child in conflict with the law from his or her parents and guardians, to maintain the support system fostered by their relationships, and to create greater awareness of their mutual and reciprocal responsibilities. So, for example, during Christmas time, their parents is liable to visit and to make bonding. Next is the facilitate the rehabilitation and means training of the child in conflict with the law and encourage community support and involvement. This paragraph states that the child is able to the community programs is the child is encouraging to want to kanay i-change sila na moso ba nila ang panginabuhi dito sa rehabilitation na maalimtan niya ang maot kaminuhatan sa gawas. Third, the last is the minimize the stigma that attach to the conflict with the law by preventing jail detention. So, diri sa ikapat, dili na niya makuha agian ang kanaang mga bullying gikan sa gawas kaya nasa sulod sa rehabilitation protektahan niya ang maot nga record in order to change his kaugalingon. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, so let's proceed. Next is the section 55, the criteria of the community-based program. So, by word itself, criteria, it means to meet the proper criteria or the percentage or the measured criteria of the community-based program are being followed. So now, every local government unit shall establish community-based program that will focus on the rehabilitation and reintegration of the child, which means that in this sector, they focus on the rehabilitation itself to the children rather than punishment. All programs shall meet the criteria to be established by the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Council, which shall take into account the purpose of the program, the need for the consent of the child, his and her parent, the legal guardians, and the participation of the child-centered agencies, whether public or private. So all are these are shall meet into the criteria of the local government by the unit or the criteria of the base program. Next is the section 56, the aftercare support service for children in conflict with the law. The word itself, after, which means naman, after naman. So in this section, children in conflict with the law whose cases have been dismissed by the proper court because of the good behavior as per recommendation by the DSWD, social worker, and or any admitted NGO youth rehabilitation center shall provide aftercare service. From the word itself again, after dismissal of the service. So which means that every specific youth that is subjected to the every child subjected or have a conflict with the law are subjected to this section, the aftercare support service. Then, by the local social welfare and development officer of the period of welfare and development, at least 6 months, and the service includes counseling, other community-based services designed to facilitate social reintegration, prevent from reoffending, and make the children productive members of the community. Which means that all of these are necessary in order for the children to avoid from recommitting or from reoffending the conflict with the law. And that will be all. Thank you.
So good day, sir. My report is all about Title 7, General Provisions, Chapter 1, Exempting Provisions, Section 57, Status Offenses. Any conduct not considered an offense or not penalized if committed by an adult shall not be punished if committed by a child. So for example, the status offenses is truancy or skipping school. If an adult would skip school, then they would not be penalized or it will not be called an offense. So running away from home or leaving home without permission and not returning. So this is an offense for a child but not for an adult. So underage drinking, possession of alcohol, consuming or possessing alcohol before the legal age. So drinking alcohol or possession of alcohol or any cigarettes is illegal to a child or under a child under 18 years old. But if in adult, it is not illegal at all. Kuan lang, dapat lang siya, responsible lang siya sa iyong pag-consume. So, Section 58. Offenses not applicable to children. Persons below 18 years old, 18 years of age shall be exempt from prosecution for the crime of vagrancy and prostitution under Section 202 of the Revised Penal Code of Medican Seal under Presidential Decree number 1563, and sniffing of rugby under Presidential Decree number 1619, such prosecution being inconsistent with the United Nations Conventions on the Rights of the Child, provided that said person shall undergo appropriate counseling and treatment program. So if a child would commit this mendicancy and sniffing of rugby under the Presidential Decree 1619, then it would not be applicable to children, but only for the adult. So if a children would commit that, the children below 18 years old would commit these serious offenses, they may still be subjected to interventions and rehabilitation programs rather than traditional criminal penalties, reflecting the Philippine legal system's emphasis on restorative justice for minors. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everyone, and also to you, sir. Today, I will going to report the Section 59 and 60. Section 59. Exemption from the application of death penalty. The provision of the Revised Penal Code as amended Republic Act Number 9165, other known as the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, and other special laws notwithstanding, no death penalty shall be imposed upon children in conflict with the law. So Section 59 states that no death penalty shall be imposed upon children in conflict with the law. So that's the main point or main idea of Section 59. So let's proceed to Chapter 2, Prohibited Act, Section 60. Section 60, Prohibition against labeling and shaming. In the conduct of the proceedings beginning from the initial contact with the child, the competent authorities must refrain from branding or labeling children as young criminals, juvenile delinquents, prostitutes, or attaching to them in any manner or any other derogatory names. Likewise, no discrimination, remarks, or practices shall be allowed, particularly with respect to the child's class or ethnic origin. So Section 60 states that competent authorities must refrain from branding or labeling child as young criminals. And also, no discrimination, remarks to the child class or to the child ethnic origin. So, as a person who has an authority, we don't have a rights or we don't have a right to shame them because of what they do or because of their doings. Instead, we encourage them to be good or to be a better person in the future. And that would be all, sir. Thank you.